So, hello and welcome back yet again to another Lives of the NPCs where I was thinking about Teldrassil and and Belemeth and the impact that the burning of Teldrassil had on the Night Elves as a whole. And I was curious about who I could find who had actually survived. I know that Tyrande said that this was pretty much an annihilation of the Night Elf people, but some did survive, and some of the named characters survived. We lost a lot, and there are some who are still among the missing, but today we're going to celebrate the survivors of the burning of Teldrassil. Our first survivor is Astia. And Astia is the fishing trainer back in Old Teldrassil. Her favorite food is octopus, and she does not like clams. She and her sister Akin, were raised together in Dolinar, and there's a fishing quest that she gives you to get back her sister's pendant because evidently they went for a boat ride and she lost it. And, one of the dailies that you can do for her is to fish up her sister's pendant. Now, she survived. Unfortunately, her sister Akin did not survive the burning. Akin was lost, and if you talk to her, she says so many were lost at Teldrassil, including my beloved Akin. This pendant is all I have left of her after the Horde destroyed Teldrassil. It's my most prized possession. I'm not a warrior or a priestess. I'm just a simple angler. But when I heard that this was to be our new home, I knew I had to do my part, no matter how small. It's what Akin would have wanted. And I'm not sure how exactly she survived the burning, but I'm very glad that she did. And she is the first of our survivors that I was able to locate. Moon Priestess Lasara was the Darnassus quartermaster, and she remains the quartermaster. She's now the quartermaster for the Dream Warders, but she used to hang out near the portal into Teldrassil from Rutheron Village. I probably butchered that pronunciation because that is just what I do. And she's had a bit of a outfit change. It's not as drastic as some of the others, but all of the NPCs that moved to Belemeth got a model update. And honestly, I think they did a really good job with the model updates. I really like her new headpiece. It just looks spikier and much cooler. And as quartermaster, she sells tabards and other various things that you can only get as you move up the ranks of renown with Darnassus, or I guess nowadays it would be with Dream Warders and Belemeth. next person that we are going to look at is Elendrith. She is and was a general goods vendor, both in Darnassus and in Belemeth. She was an option that you could pick up to save during the burning of Teldrassil scenario. And let me tell you, that was a scenario I only had the heart to do twice. I did it once on the Horde and I did it once on the Alliance, but it was a gut-wrenching scenario. I don't know if it's still available to go back and do for new players. In a way, I hope it was, and in a way, I also kind of hope that it's not something that you have to actually experience the utter futility of trying to put out those fires and trying to save people that you know you aren't going to be able to save. Was a almost physical gut-wrenching pain. But one of the ones that you had the option to save was Elendrith. And I guess they're guessing that most people opted to save her because she is here in Belemeth. Now, her counterpart is Mithrindur. I am probably butchering that pronunciation, but he is a tradesgood vendor, and he was another one of the options that you could pick up to save during the burning of Teldrassil. He mentions Teldrassil if you talk with him, just saying, countless lives were lost at Teldrassil. They're gone, but they're not forgotten. And one of the model upgrades that happened to him is, it looks like maybe he had some eye damage during the burning of Teldrassil, because he's now wearing glasses. He also has a few scars. If you look really closely at a lot of the survivors of Teldrassil, they actually have quite a bit of scarring. Not really surprising, but it is definitely something that is very noticeable on them. Now, Flight Master Leora, who had the hippogriffs right outside of the portal from Rutheron village, she also survived the burning of Teldrassil, and I'm thinking at least one of her hippogriffs survived with her, because one of the hippogriffs that is standing next to her in Belemeth looks very similar to at least one of the ones that was with her back in Teldrassil. So I like to imagine that she got herself out, and she got out her beloved hippogriffs as well. She had a little bit of a glow up. I really like her new armor. She reminds me a lot of Thistily from Mount Hyjal, who is also to be found in Belemeth. Also, I love the fact that so many of the animals in Belemeth are pettable. I noticed when I was filming this that you can actually pet the hippogriff, and that just kind of made my heart happy. Silly as it is, it made me very, very happy to be able to pet the hippogriff. She also looks like she's kind of over you at this point. She just kind of stands there with her arms crossed, staring at you like, you want a flight, or do you not want a flight? Today I did not actually want a flight. So thank you, Leora, for your service, and I'm glad that you made it out of Teldrassil. Silenia was an armor vendor in both Teldrassil, and she is also here in Belemeth, still making armor. She made it out. I don't know really what else you can say about it, except for the fact that I'm glad that she made it out and is still making armor. She looks like she got a lot more serious when she got to Belemeth. I really like her new model as well. I mean, I really like all of the new models. They're all pretty awesome looking. But her, she kind of looks like, you know, she got a few more clothes and she got a way bigger hammer. And now she is listed as being a blacksmith instead of merely the armorer. I'm guessing that that's why she got the much bigger hammer. Now, somebody who didn't make it out, but I did find his wisp, is Flydan. He is standing right there next to Eladreth, and it just made me happy to see him, even if he isn't alive anymore. Another person who made it out is the innkeeper, whose name I know I'm going to butcher because it's a big long one. So let's give it a try. It's Innkeeper Salien, or would it be Salieni? I'm not sure. But she was the innkeeper in Darnassus, and if you did the Hallow's End trick-or-treating, she is the one that always made you dance. I always loved trick-or-treating in Teldrassil, and the dance one just always made me happy. Now she says, "Your body looks worn, and your spirit weary. Rest yourself beneath these branches and dream of a better future for us all." And I don't notice any visible scarring on her. She is another one that you had the option to save during the Burning of Teldrassil scenario. And again, just like the other ones that you had the option to save, I'm assuming that that kind of meant that Blizzard always knew that wherever the Night Elves ended up, she was going to be there, because we need an innkeeper. We always need an innkeeper. Now, Alyson, the stable master, he's one of the ones that it kind of shocked me the most. He has probably the most visible scarring of any of the Night Elves who are now in Belemeth. In Darnassus, he was located kind of in an out-of-the-way place, really. He was located up on top of one of the tree areas that you had to go up a ramp to get to near the hunter trainer. And I actually had a little bit of trouble finding him, sorry to say. But when I did find him, the first thing I noticed, because I actually found him in Belemeth before I found him in Teldrassil, and the biggest thing that I noticed is his new model in Belemeth is heavily scarred. I like to headcanon that it was because he was saving everyone's stabled pets, and, you know, maybe that's how he got his scars. But his lightsaber that he is so busily brushing in Belemeth is actually another thing that you can pet. I did pet. As soon as I was done recording, I ran around Belemeth and I petted everything, because that's just kind of who I am. But that is a lesson. And of course, our final two, and that is Malfurion and Tyrande. But Tyrande is the one who actually planted the seed for Teldrassil, and so it's kind of due to Malfurion and Tyrande that we have a new world tree. And it is a beautiful, beautiful place. I've explored around in Belemeth and all around Teldrassil, and I know I still haven't found even a tenth of what's there. I feel like I'm going to be exploring this area for a very long time to come. And yeah, we also got Blizzard's first actual full-on hug, thanks to the cutscene that comes at the end of the whole Emerald Dream patch. So I appreciate all of that. I also appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for indulging me as I fly around and try to find survivors. If you found any more survivors of the burning of Teldrassil, please leave me a comment. I love finding these things. If you have a NPC that you would like to learn a little bit more about, or anything that you would like a deep dive of, please drop it in the comments down below. But until next time, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you next week.